this entire operation at the NDMA, Lieutenant General Ata Hasnain joins me live on the Newshour, member of the NDMA. And Ata Hasnain, congratulations, and India is proud today because we have our 41 brothers back with us. It's been an uphill task, and today the smiles have been rewarding. But were there any moments during the last 17 days that you felt this wasn't going the right way and, you know, everything was hanging in balance?
Navika, firstly, thank you for inviting me to this program. And it's congratulations, India. It's congratulations, Team India. Few days ago, we were all disappointed by the World Cup. Now we are all celebrating. This is a great moment for India. I think the happiness comes from the fact that not only have the 41 good people been rescued, but this has been done in a very exemplary kind of way, in which the whole of India came together and all of India effort has come into this. I've been repeatedly telling the media, it's an all of government effort which has gone into this. Every department of the government of India which has done this, from the PMO, the Honorable Prime Minister giving directions to the PMO, and then downwards to the main ministries, that's the Ministry of Home Affairs, Cabinet Secretariat, the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, the NDMA, everyone has played a role in this. But coming to your specific question, 17 days, the one thing which the public should know is that in a disaster operation of this kind, multiple options are worked on at the same time. There was never a question that you would look at a single resource and say, we are harping on this and we are banging our heads against this to make sure that this succeeds. We had 5 ways and then we adopted 6 ways of going forward. Somewhere we would end up banging our heads, but somewhere we would succeed. The most viable method, which was the one which we are pushing for, was this horizontal probe which was taking place from the Silkyara end of the tunnel, and we were all banking that this will succeed. Yes, there was huge disappointment. When I learned that the auger machine has broken down, I was hopeful we'll be able to repair it, but we couldn't. And the worst thing was that the machine was stuck inside. There were implements of the machine which were stuck right inside. To get them to cut that machine, that metal, and bring it out was an operation by itself. For that, you needed magna cutters, laser cutters, all kinds of things. The fact that we had leadership on the ground, General Navika Singh was camping there, his ability to raise the level immediately to the PMO, his own Union Minister, Mr. Gadkari, then taking it to the PMO putting out all the necessary directions, the Air Force getting his act together, and all this equipment could be flown in and brought in 12 hours time. And the next 12 hours, we had been able to remove this equipment. Then started the hope when the rat miners finally came. And I think at the end of the day, the culmination of this operation was the role played by the rat miners, the army engineers, and the NSDICL people who went in working in very enclosed space.
Absolutely exemplary, the manner in which the coordination and the work went on. Let me also announce for our viewers, ₹1 lakh to be given to each of the rescued workers. And announcement coming in that Boknak temple will be rebuilt, tunnels under construction will be reviewed. That's the statement coming in from the Uttarakhand Chief Minister, Mr. Pushkar Dhami. I just have one last question for you, General Ata Hasnain. And the question is, around 4 or 5 o'clock this evening, we felt that, you know, it was just a few minutes. And then the Chief Minister drove away, and for 2 hours we were all in suspended animation. What really happened at that time, and why was the rescue halted for a while? At least that's what it seemed like from the outside.
Well, I can tell you this much, that a few days ago also this expectation was raised. You see, the moment VIPs arrive at the tunnel, of course, General Navika Singh had been there throughout, but the moment the Chief Minister came there, expectations last time rose, and everyone thought it was a matter of 2-3 hours in which the Chief Minister has come here primarily to welcome the first worker coming out. Now, I think that the lesson was learned from there that it's necessary to continue to work till the last moment. When the last 2 meters were left, I was in the evening media brief. Even in the media brief, I did not mention anything about success. I continued harping on the point that we have still got to wait for the last peg to be driven in. That was the lesson I was passing on right for the last 7 or 8 days, that don't hype up expectations. I think the Chief Minister took a good decision. He moved away from there at that time, not to allow anyone to think that he was there just for the sake of welcoming people. He was overseeing the operation also. And the last minute hitch, there was no hitch as such. It was a question of stabilizing the last 2 meters of push which was given to the pipeline. At the other end, you have to make sure it is stable before the workers started mounting into it and the complete rescue operation by the NDRF commenced.
Well said, General Hasnain, and clearly big day, big victory, as you said, for Team India, and each Indian, each of the 1.4 billion Indians today feels part of that team, and victory at the end has never tasted and smelt this good before. Thank you very much. The country owes you one, and all your teams who worked on this. Thank you very much, General Hasnain. But also cutting across to Barkha, who is at the hospital where the ambulances have begun to arrive. And you heard that, Tehseen Poonawalla. You know, it's Team India that won. Barkha, what's the latest update?
Navika ji, 5 ambulances have already reached here, and the second batch is yet to arrive. We can hear the sirens of the ambulances here. Just in a moment, just in a few minutes, they'll be here. In a couple of minutes, they'll reach here. A lot of security. The security is tightened here. As you can see, the ITBP officials and the police personnel, they are standing here from the last so many hours. The preparations were done from the last so many days. Now, we would like to show you the visual. My colleague Bilal will show you the visuals of the ambulances that are about to reach the spot. This is a major moment. A major breakthrough was made in the evening when we were able to reach the stranded men inside from the last 17 days. It was something we were waiting for a very, very long time. 17 days is a very long time. And now we have finally come to a successful end. And now the journey begins from this day as to how the laborers will be treated here, that their health conditions will be checked and everything will be done here. In a few minutes, the other ambulances will be reaching here. We can hear the sirens as I'm telling you. This is the Chanyali Sod Healthcare Centers, which was prepared for those laborers who were stranded there for a very, very long time.
Barricades being opened up. The ambulances expected to arrive any minute.
On a regular basis.
That's right. The barricades being opened up and the ambulance is rolling in right there, and what a moment they're in. But as Dr. Harish Shetty said, you know, when the euphoria wears down, the real mental health checkups will begin. But for today, of course, it's been a sweet taste of victory. And I think Team India won, and we should
all one team. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, and God's been kind. Whichever God you believe in, that superpower has been very kind in saving and rescuing each one of those 41, and that's 41 families out there who can heave a sigh of relief. And of course, there are 140 crore Indians who celebrate a second Diwali tonight. And of course, these families celebrate their first. And we're with them, and that's the spirit of India. Thank you very much,
thank you so much.
Gentlemen in the studio. And thank you to all my panelists for joining me on the Newshour tonight. God bless.